shitting on the industry. Self-made not a title, cause it's my identity. And wear it on my skin like it's a part of my ethnicity. Mary keep on blowing like instruments in the symphony. That keep a player buzzing like Twitter when you mention me. Being 100 to everyday living tendency. And ain't faced by hating, it makes me increase my intensity.
Rolling YouTube world, what's good, everybody? How's everybody doing on Hump Day? Hump Day. It's been a long time since I hit y'all up on Wednesdays, man. Y'all know what it is, the one-man, 4,000 flavor of DFW Sports. Rocking in everything Dallas-Fort Worth sports related. Y'all know what this channel is. Before we get into all that, make sure you hit the like button. Go ahead and subscribe. Hit that notification chime for your boy one time. Follow me on X at Drewski Self-Made. Got some things on the menu tonight. That's right. For tonight, we got some things on the menu. First thing, hot off the press, we got the NFL schedule release for your Dallas Cowboys. Let's go over some early predictions, what we going to look at, see what the win total going to be, see if this is going to be a successful season or not, just coming off of instant reaction. Got that coming up. Also, we'll talk about some Dallas Stars as they put a commanding lead over the Winnipeg Jets right now in the 3-1, up 3-1 in the series against the Jets, and they get game 5 tomorrow night, Thursday. So we looking to talk a little bit about that. Also, you know, with the Mavericks having the number 1 pick, is this like something that can help the city? That's, even though it seems rigged, is this something that can still help the city? Is something I just want to see if I can get my thoughts off about that, as well as we are live game night right now as the Rangers are trying to go for, I believe it's the first sweep of the season. They're trying to sweep the Colorado Rockies right now as they are in the bottom of the 6, up 6-3. We'll go over some more of that as we'll give the post game live going after that, and then, talk a little bit about the Rangers in there. But, let's go ahead and kick it off, so go ahead and jump up in here with your boy one time, man. We got some football little action news coming up in here. The Dallas Cowboys schedule has been released, y'all. It's been released. What y'all looking at? What y'all think? I'm looking at it right now. I mean, you got the preseason schedule. Who cares about that? But they do have the Rams on the road to start the first one, and then they'll have 2 preseason games down here against the Ravens and the Falcons before they turn it over Thursday night. As we already knew, we're going to Philadelphia, and we're going to their banner night. So we already knew that was in flux for a Thursday night kickoff. I think the Cowboys got like 6 primetime games. You got like 4 Thursday games. That's hellacious. And also looking at that as Jock Peterson takes a walk. As you look at the schedule, you're just like, bruh, everybody talks about a third place schedule, but having the AFC West and the NFC North, that is nothing to sneeze at. Now, before I go over what's everything that you looking at the schedule right now, I'm looking at this and I kind of already had this idea going forward how I would actually look at the season coming at it. Especially when we knew we had the divisions going on. I said, look, for the Cowboys to actually have a chance to get into the postseason, to have a successful season and get in the postseason, they're going to have to do these 3 things. It's more 4 things. But the main important 3 things is in the division, you're going to have to get 4 wins. You're going to have to get 4 wins. I don't really care how it comes about, but you got to get 4 wins. If you're looking at it just going off of last year, you're looking like, okay, y'all need to beat the Giants twice. You need to at least split with the Eagles, and you need to split with the Washington Commanders. Okay, so that's 4 wins. I'm just saying. That's 4 wins, or however you get it, you need to get 4 wins in the division. But that's kind of how we're all seeing it as, okay, Dak does have his undefeated streak so far going up against the New York Giants. Can he continue to do it for another year? Probably still like your chances, but at the same time, I'm like, okay, give me 4 wins in the NFC East. That settles that. What you need to do in the NFC North, Yeah, NFC North, AFC West, you need to at least go 500 right there in those two divisions. That gives you 4 more wins. Okay, we sitting at 8. This is just me before the schedule basically came out. That'll give you 8 wins. Now, you're looking at your basically your flex teams that's in there, and you got the Panthers again, you got the Jets, and you got the Cardinals. So you go 500 against the NFC North, you go 500 against the AFC West, they give you 4 wins. You go get 4 wins in the NFC East, that gives you 8 wins. Now, if you supposed to do what you're supposed to do and you handle business against the Carolina Panthers and the Jets, that gives you 10 wins. Is that enough to get them in? Now, that Cardinals game, and it's a Monday night game down here at AT&T Stadium, that is just a team that has the Cowboys number. So to see them lose that game, I wouldn't be surprised. But you see, I had there a way where they could project to get 10 wins. But looking at this schedule, how it is, let's roll it. Let's roll it. Looking at it, my instant reaction, I'm not that high on it. But you got. Well, let me look at it. You get the banner night. How do you feel? And it's on the road. You know, me and my brothers were texting and we were looking at it, was like, the only cold games that they will really see that will be outdoors will be the last 2 games of the season, where they go to Washington in December and then they go to New York. They go to Jersey to face the Giants at the end of the season. Those are really it. That Denver game in Denver, you get that right before November. So that works. Banner night, let's just say Philly. I'm just going off of what it is now. Banner night, I think I want to say that, this will be a letdown for the Philadelphia Eagles, but I doubt it. Adolis El Bombe. Adolis goes Yarda. Ugh. Boy, you chased that too. That was out of the strike zone. Adolis Garcia with a 2-run homer. Rangers up 8-3. 8-3 line drive shot. That's coming to life. This was the series that the Rangers needed. This was really the series the Rangers needed. Straight up. Adolis, Big El Bombe. Let's go. Bottom of the 6th, Rangers up 8-3. Going back to the schedule, banner night on the road. There's still a lot of things that need to be questioned with the Cowboys. My main concern about them this whole season is the health of their linebacker core, which has been a major highlight since the 2020s. Maybe even since longer than that. It's just the health of the linebackers, and is Pickens going to be good enough for us where he helps open the running game, because the running game is going to be what settles everything in. But I'll see week 1 Thursday night, to much of my chagrin. I can see that being a loss right there. I think Philly will be rowdy. It's the perfect team to come in, where the Eagles, even though they're dropping the banner, is perfect for them to keep their mindset, because it's the Cowboys. So I see the Cowboys dropping that game. First home game at AT&T Stadium. The Giants come down here, will be a noon game, September 14th. Like I said, until proven otherwise, anytime I see the Giants, it's a good get-right game for me. But with the Cowboys, you never know. But give me the Cowboys with a victory in that one. Then you got Chicago on the road. So you get Chicago in September, not in November or December. Okay, we'll take that. This is a game that the Cowboys have to win, and I think they will win. Start them off 2-1. Then you get Sunday night, Green Bay, down here at AT&T Stadium. Now, the last time I took my ass to AT&T Stadium, I watched their ass get drugged, and they ain't been the same since. They have not been the same since the Packers and Jordan Love came down here and beat the brakes off their ass. They ain't been the same since. Packers coming down here, I see that as L. I see that as L. So I got them at 500 at the first 4 games, sitting at 2-2. You get the Jets on the road. So look, you go back to Jersey basically in what? October, early October. That's good. That's out the cold right there. This is a game that the Cowboys are supposed to win. Give me that with the Cowboys winning that. Got them at 3-2. Carolina Panthers. Got the Carolina Panthers on deck. And it's in, mid-October, so it's still good weather. Has Carolina rebuilt good enough? I don't know. The last 2 years they have given us trouble, but I look for the Cowboys to win this for a third straight year. Give me the Cowboys in this game. So I got them sitting at 4-2 right there. Here come Washington at home. Washington comes at home, and this is a team that, even though with Jaden Daniels and everything they've been doing good with, even though Dak Prescott, the Cowboys have matched up real well against the Washington Commanders. Give me the Cowboys in AT&T Stadium on probably America's game of the week against the Washington Commanders right there. So right there, I'm sitting at 5-2. It looked good. This is where everybody's gonna be like, oh, the Cowboys got shot, and we got it. It's gonna pull you in. It's gonna lure you in. It's gonna lure you in, and then all of a sudden, things is gonna start happening. So I got them sitting at 5-2 right now. 5-2, 1 loss in the division. Sunday, a 3:00 game in Denver. Like I said, this will probably be their coldest. Well, no, because it'll be Washington and then it'll be New York Giants. But not seeing Denver in November or December, I will take that. So you get them at the end of October, basically a Halloween weekend. This is a tough game. This is a tough game. This is a tough game, and this is going to be a key game. This will be a key game. One of the key games for their season is this game right here. Remember I said they need to go 500 in the NFC North, 500 in the AFC West. But for some reason, I got them winning one game in both of those divisions, bro. One game in both of those divisions. But maybe this the cowboy in me. I'm going to say the Cowboys get that victory against the Broncos on the road. So I had them 5-2. That's 6-2. Monday night, the Cardinals will follow up coming down here. This is a team that has had our number, and I don't see it being nothing different. For some reason, when Kyler Murray sees the Cowboys, he goes off. And it's in AT&T Stadium, where if you known anything about his Texas high school career, you already know he eats down here at AT&T Stadium. I look for that to continue. For whatever reason, I look for it to continue. That was, put a little damper in what's going on. So now, what I have them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I had them at 6-2. Make that 6-3. Then they get the bye week. The bye week is really dead smack in the middle. So that's kind of good. They get a lot of Thursday games. So you get a Monday night, you get a bye week, and then you get another Monday night against the Raiders. I see them winning that game. So that gives them 7-4 at the moment. 7-4. They get Philly down here. I think they get Philly that Sunday down here. That's 9. What is that? That's about what? 9 wins right there? I'm tripping. Hold on. I said Giants, Bears, Jets, Panthers, Washington, Broncos. So that's 6 wins. I gave them the Raiders. That's 7 wins. I think they'll beat the Eagles. That gives them 8 wins. But then you play Thanksgiving Day against the Chiefs. That's an L. Then you play another Thursday on the road in Detroit. You know they waiting for us to go down there. That's another L. That's about 7. Yeah, about 8-6 right there. Vikings, Chargers, both at home. Sunday night game. You get a Sunday night game against the Minnesota Vikings. I can see that being an L2. I can literally see them taking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 straight L's to end the season before they beat the Giants. So what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. At best, this is me how I'm looking at it. At best, they get 9 wins if they can stay healthy. And that's not enough to make the playoffs. That's how I'm looking at it right now. I see the home opener against the Giants. That's a dub, I feel. The Bears will be a dub. The Jets, Panthers. So that's 4 dubs. Washington down here the first time will be a dub. It's 5. Broncos, I'm really hit or miss right there. That game could go either way. But I got them winning that one. So what? That's 6. Raiders, that's 7. I see them beating the Eagles down here. That's 8. I give them against the Giants. That's 9 wins. At best. At best. But to be real with you, how I feel, I think they'll lose to the Eagles opening week 1. They'll beat the Giants. They'll beat the Bears. They'll lose to the Packers. They'll beat the Jets. They'll beat the Panthers. They'll beat Washington. But I think they actually will lose against the Broncos, Cardinals. They'll beat the Raiders. They'll beat the Eagles down here. Lose against the Chiefs, Lions, Vikings, Chargers, and Washington. So I can really see this team being 8. It's about a 7-win team for me. I'm going to be real with you. I think this is a 7-win. This is a 7-10 season if I ain't looking at it. At best, if they're healthy, they might win 9 games. I can see them being 9-8. But if I had to really give a prediction as of right now, this is basically just going off of last year and what we done drafted, what we done repacked and everything like that. At best, I see 9 wins, but I'm going to be honest with you. It got 7 or 8 wins written all over. Now, there's just some couple swing games right there. The Broncos is a swing game. The Chargers is a swing game. The Vikings is a swing game. So Cardinals, Broncos, Vikings, Chargers, those are 4 swing games that can determine if the Cowboys, in my opinion, what they can do going forward, looking at their schedule, seeing what they can do, just looking at it. You know what I'm saying? What up, Daniel? What's good, man? Appreciate you dropping by one time. What up, big bro? See you up in there. Appreciate you dropping by one time, man. Looking at the Cowboys season, like I said. Man, this girl almost bust her chops to get a foul ball. Like I said, I'm looking at it, man, and me being just actually optimistic, I see 9 wins. That's the Cowboy fan in me. I see 9 wins. But to be real with you, if I had to put my wallet on it, this is probably another 7 to 8 win team. They're basically hovering around being average. If they get things to go their way, you know what I'm saying, depending on how really it fares out in the NFC North, because, you know, you get you a couple wins right there, and then, you know, the Panthers and the Cardinals. So it's about stacking NFC wins up as well. But I can see them go through a stretch from November 27th all the way to December. I can see them going a month stretch not winning a game. From Thanksgiving Thursday to the next Thursday. Yeah. From Thanksgiving to Christmas, I can probably see them losing games all the way through. That stretch right there is a hell of a stretch. Thanksgiving week, you got to play Philly down here, and then but now you don't have to travel, but on short day notice, Thursday you get that Thanksgiving game against the Chiefs, and then you got to go to Detroit. Then you come back. The only thing I can say is majority of the tough ones, especially that's not in the NFC East for sure, but you getting a lot of home games down the stretch. But damn, bro, shit, Philly, Chiefs, Lions, Vikings, Chargers, and then you throw in Washington on top of that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is a hell of a 6-week slate right there. That is the hellacious of a 6 weeks, 6 weeks of football right there for the Cowboys. It will be. It will be. I don't know, man. I don't know. What do y'all think? What do y'all think? I like I said, bro, at best, I see them going 9-8. At best. But to be real with you, 7-8 wins is probably where you should put your money at on the Dallas Cowboys. Now, it'll get more into it by the time training camp come around. Maybe they make another extra move or something like that as football season gets to coming around. We'll keep doing these preseason prediction 2.0s, but I had to get my take out on it. Probably sooner or later I'll get the bros take on it or anybody else take on it and see how we go. But we'll just keep track of it, and more and more as the season come along, we'll do some updating with it. So like I said, at best, I see 9 wins. At best, if they're fully healthy and things go their way, I see at best 9 wins. More than anything, put your money 7-8 wins, which is a losing season. I don't care how you look at it. It is a losing season. Dallas Stars, man. Let's talk about the Dallas Stars, man, because Dallas is a hockey town, even though it be hot as hell down here. Dallas is a hockey town. Big shout out to the Dallas Stars as they are 1 game away from getting back to the Western Conference Finals for a 3rd consecutive trip. And I'm telling you, they got this saying over here in Dallas because at the Stars, it's a lot of dudes from Finland over there. So it's a Finnish connection, they call it. But they also call these guys the Finnish Mafia. And we're talking about, Esa Lindell, Miro Heiskanen, and then you add in trading. You get the trade come in with Mikko Rantanen, and then our guy Mikael Granlund. You get him to come in and have a hat trick. I mean, so far in the playoffs right now, the Stars have 3 hat trick games. 2 of them coming from one person. That's Mikko Rantanen. You know what I'm saying? Big shout out to him. But then, Mikael Granlund comes in, and this is something that we were kind of saying about before a couple of more games came in. And then I had made my a so-called bold prediction. I don't even want to say that, but just getting Miro to come back, you get Mikael Granlund coming. They're getting the guys that's coming off of injury, and that's adding depth. That ain't cost them no money, no things they had to move around. Stars are really getting stronger at the right time. And get props to Jake Ottinger, bro. Jake Ottinger has been holding it down. He's been holding it down. He's been holding it down the whole way through. Give him his props. Now, we're just hoping that he can take this on the road, because one thing I know about Winnipeg, that is a good team. That's not a team that won the President's Cup by default. They went out there and they earned it. They've been the hottest team the whole NHL. But Stars have been battling. I think that series against Colorado did them more justice than anything, because after a physical series like that goes 7, and now you get the Miro, you get the Mikaels to come back, you're starting to get some more quality line depth, especially on the defense side. Now the Stars can start to buckle in and get more. You're seeing a lot of double shifts with Mikko Rantanen, and as well should, because right now he's probably going as basically the best player in the playoffs right now that's still on the ice in the NHL right now. So there's something that they got to hold on for too. Game 5, like I said, it'll be Hells of Fury. Free base. for Mr. Evan Carter. Rangers still up 8-3 with 2 on base. Bottom of the 7th. Like I said, just getting over little things of DFW sports. And then after that, we'll talk more about, these Texas Rangers as well, trying to see if they can get the sweep. But Dallas Stars, this is their chance to get some rest because Edmonton is really on the top of Vegas. Let me see. Let's get a little score check real quick. I see Boston won game 3 or game 5. So Vegas and Edmonton is squaring off right now, still 0-0 right now. So Edmonton looking to try to get their rest. I need Vegas to try to win one and then us win tomorrow night so we can get our rest. But it looks like right now is at the moment the percentages say it's going to be a rematch of last year's Western Conference Finals, which I had a pleasure to go to game 3, I believe it was. It just says playoff push. I think they had that for the whole Western Conference Finals, but I think it was game 3 or game 4, one of the two. We were able to do because that was the next day. We ended up going to the Minnesota Mavericks Western Conference Finals playoff game. So that was fun looking at something like that. But Dallas Stars, they're getting strong at the right point now. I believe they actually believe. I think this is the time they know they have the right pieces. And I said, bro, y'all been back-to-back to the Western Conference Finals and you ain't been able to get over the hump. You ain't been able to get over the hump. If you don't do it now, you might not never do it. Although their team is set up to actually have a dynastic run to come here. But it's gonna take full effort. The thing that I'm kind of getting nervous about with the Stars, it's like hopefully it's a game plan to get one of their guys going, but to depend on one dude to carry the load for the game, I don't know about that because say what you want, even though the Stars won 3-1, they still, if you want to say what was the percentage of the play, I think the Stars still got outplayed. You know what I'm saying? Probably like a 60-40 split. They really still got outplayed. Winnipeg just didn't really capitalize on a lot of chances they had against Jake Ottinger. Now, give Jake Ottinger his props. He slapped down a lot of shots, but at the same time, they were on attack. They were far much more they were really a cleaner team, but the Stars made of all their advantages and their opportunities, the ones that they actually made them count. Bases loaded, another free base. Jake Burgers takes a walk. No outs in the bottom of the 7th. The Rangers are about to blow this thing wide open with the bases loaded. Who's up? Kyle Higashioka is on deck. The 9-hole hitter. He's 1 for 3 tonight. But I look forward to the start. I'm not going to lie. I think the Winnipeg Jets will play. I think they will play some sound hockey. They will play the most desperate and hungry hockey. I won't be surprised to see them go ahead and take game 5 victory and give the Stars a chance to see if they can make do and close them out down here in the AAC. So I said Stars in 6 anyway. So I think the Winnipeg Jets, they'll have their moment. But I know with Mikko Rantanen being on the ice, you got Jamie Benn, you got Jake Ottinger. There's some things for the Stars to do. This is their chance to go ahead and let them know that we're ready to advance and try to have our opportunity to hoist that Stanley Cup, get that pennant. So let's see what they do with that coming forward. What we got? Dallas Mavericks. Y'all know we do got the number 1 overall pick, right? And, it's been a lot of, it's been a lot of ridicule. There's been a lot of everything that you could say about the Dallas Mavericks and their fans, regardless good or bad, the ones that's on whatever side or anything. Oh, come on, Kyle. He struck the hell out. He struck all the way out. Come on, Rangers. I need y'all to blow this open. For real. I need y'all to take these boys out their misery. Get the sweep. Back to what he was talking about, the Mavericks. I just want to ask, do them having the number 1 overall pick start a process of healing for the city? Because I'm starting to see a lot of different tone coming with, people who were on the side of not wanting to root for this team or for the organization or even the play, or that just didn't want to have nothing to do with the Mavericks, and the ones who have still been riding for the Mavericks, you know what I'm saying, through thick and thin. I just see a different vibrant energy for some reason. And maybe not only maybe this is a two-part question, because it's not only that Mavericks fans been going through a lot, because a lot of Mavericks fans started, a lot of fans didn't want to be Maverick fans no more, and they held on to the Wings having the number one pick with Paige Beckers, who they get in action Friday. So that'll be something nice to see what we can do. It's going to be a busy DFW weekend, I promise you that. But to see the Wings go through what they went through and the season that they went through and a whole bunch of change that they're going through, from front office to coaching staff to personnel, for them to get the number one overall pick, it was like, and the type of player that they got in Page, I mean, it stands out. And I think when the Mavericks landed the number one pick, I think a lot of that shared from it right there, because I don't think nobody's going to get over the fact that you traded Luka Doncic for your own personal reason. Right, wrong, or indifferent. We all know you traded this guy for your own personal reason. Now, the way all of this has panned out, we can't definitively say that. It seems like there was more play into this, and I've said that from the jump. You know what? I need to pull up my live from when it all went down. I probably will do that sometime when I do another live talking about this number one pick. But I remember that live, and I just had a smile on my face, man. I didn't like it, but, I was more like, let it see how it play out. Let it see how it play out. That's all I kept saying. Let it see how it play out. And I just had this positive attitude about it. But I did feel that the NBA had something to do with this, bro. I really do. And the way it all panned out, bro, there's almost no even hiding. Josh Smith, he's up at the plate with the bases loaded, one out. He's 2 for 4 for the day. Really got to start it off being off the leadoff hitter. But I see a lot of people think, and they get the runner out at the plate, but the bases are still loaded. It's just 2 outs. Come on, man. No fly, no nothing. That was a weak chopper by Josh Smith. But I think the city of Dallas, with the Mavericks not only is it Cooper Flagg, but I just think the combination of having the Wings having the number one pick and they get the best player in the draft, and the Mavericks doing the same thing, it's almost the same feel. It's almost the same feel. So I don't think nobody is ever gonna. This is my thing. If you're thinking Cooper Flagg is gonna, for the Maverick fans that's been Maverick fans and sitting on that fence where like they're riding with the Mavericks no matter what, don't think for 1 second that Cooper Flagg is a replacement for Luka Doncic. Please do not think that. Please do not think that. For no. That is not going to be the case. But to say Cooper Flagg is going to be a great player and a great addition to what they can build around with for cheaper, hey, it is what it is. It seemed like how it worked out. It worked out however it worked out. All I know is for the ones that stayed down, this is for you. And like I said, to not have anything to do with the Mavericks, but now you see they get a fresh new start to pick somebody else. There'd be a lot of politics that go into things, but just them having the number one overall pick, you got a lot of options to do anything. Now you get Cooper Flagg. Everybody kept talking about, and this, I think this is the reason why people are probably drawing back, is because a lot of people weren't mad that you traded Luka. People were mad that you didn't get a haul for him and you traded him for an older player, because mostly everybody. So you had the bases loaded and didn't get nothing out of it. Rangers still up 8-3 as they go to the 8th inning. They do got 11 hits, though. So going back to what he's saying, and I'm feeling like this, bro. Look, for the Mavericks, you have got to know everything will be measured. Everything will be measured. It's always going to be a going back and forth. You want to talk about living paycheck to paycheck? That's how Nico Harrison job is really on the clock right now. It's a week to week, maybe a day to day thing. But for a lot of people that were sitting there saying you traded they didn't just say you traded Luka. They kept saying you traded a 25-year-old generational talent. That was more what I've heard from anything. But I'm not disagreeing with what I was hearing. That's the matter of fact. These motherfuckers traded away a 24, 25-year-old generational talent. That is what they did. Right, wrong, or indifferent, agreed or not agreed. That is the bottom of the line fact, is what they did. So I'm not faulting for people who keep bringing that up. But I think what draws them back with the Mavericks is, okay, now we get a chance for a guy who basically, he went ahead. He foregone his senior year in high school, went to college, and now you get a dude who's basically like 18, about to be maybe some 19 or something like that. You get a whole restart over like that. Now, my only question is, I don't know what they do in Duke, but, can he not be injury prone like the rest of the Duke guys? That's all I'm asking. But I think it's starting healing because you got it's starting to heal because, and you know what? This proves me even, I don't want to say this proves Nico right, but this proves me what I was saying, bro. I kept telling folks, and I'm pretty sure a lot of other Mavericks kept saying the same thing, but people was like, yeah, but they not healthy. They ain't never going to stay healthy. If the Mavericks are fully healthy with Kyrie and AD and everything that they got going on, y'all know that is a good fucking basketball team. You know it is. Now, for the simple fact that you get the number 1 overall pick and it most likely and should be Cooper Flagg, now you're like, shit, okay, until Kyrie get back, if they can stay healthy with this shit, the Mavericks, that's exactly how y'all looking at it, bro. Like, real talk. That's how y'all looking at it. You looking at it like, bro, if they're fully healthy with the Cooper Flagg added to it, bro, they can do some damage. Some damage. And that's exactly what we talking about, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, look, I'm off that train of trying to, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not even gonna be, if you were saying fuck the Mavericks, then stay on that side. I'm not even gonna be like that, bro, because like I said, I think what Maverick fans went through, it wasn't fair, bro, because like, I don't even want to say it was fair, but it was the most fucked up circumstance that you could ever go through. From going through a finals run to all of a sudden going through something like that. Come on, bro. People are going to crash out or lash out or cope or, handle it however they want to. Now, in the heat of the moment, sometimes it went back and forth between Maverick fans, but I don't care, bro. Now I'm to the point like, look, if you want to root for the Mavericks, go back and root for them. I understand that you're mad, but please don't come back here rooting for the Mavericks because you think Cooper Flagg is Luka 2.0 or some shit like that. Don't think that is a replacement. Please don't be like that. And I think the Maverick fans that left, they know that for a fact. And I think the real Maverick fans that are still, even the ones that still stick through thick and thin, I think they even know, bro, this ain't no Luka. Now, again, we didn't know Luka was Luka until a few games till he got here. So it still has to pan out. Your number 1 pick still has to pan out. People say they don't like trading for Giannis because he's older. Well, I know for a fact he's a proven older guy. I can't say that about the younger number 1 overall pick. But if you got structure around him as the way you got it now, you draft Cooper Flagg. Now you got pieces to move. Gafford talking about he wants to get a pay raise, and it's deserved. It's deserved because what's going to happen is Derek Lively, if he can stay healthy, he's going to eat a lot of minutes at the center, at the 5 position. While AD plays 4. Now you're looking at Cooper Flagg along with PJ Washington. You got that right there. What do you do with Max Christie? What do you do with Klay Thompson? You know what I'm saying? But I mean, Klay Thompson, Daniel Gafford, and Max Christie, those three are pieces you can move to get another point guard or something like that out there. My big bro was always talking about Drew Holiday or something like that. You got some pieces to mess around and get you a point guard. And then you still got a talented roster to make do. And then Kyrie come back, it's on and popping. It's on and popping. But it all depends how it goes out. It all depends how it goes out. Bosley on the mound. Bro, you done thrown 30 pitches. Get him out of there then. He long. It sucks because, Luke Jackson, he hurt now. A good word on Luke Jackson. He's able to just take some time off. It ain't as scary as it was. Our man Chris Martin did the same thing Luke Jackson did in one pitch. Came out of there. He got some elbow soreness or something like that. But good news said he's most likely just needing a day off or something like that. Both guys are highly probable to see the Lone Star Series boot action this weekend against the Houston Astros. So, which that series starts Thursday. And I'm looking to bring y'all some lives because this is a big series. Both teams are sitting right there talking shit to each other, but they're in the same position. It's a big series for the Rangers going forward because after that, they will go on the road for 2 consecutive series, starting with the Yankees. And then I think they got the Chicago White Sox. So, big series coming up this weekend. That's why the Rockies, it was important. It was crucial for the Rangers to go ahead and sweep this series. But like I said, for the Mavericks, I think the healing process is starting because when you saw them have the number 1 pick, you're either like, bro, it's fixed or whatever. But after a while, you're like, you know what? If it is fixed, we fucking deserve it. I think that's where the healing is right there. It's like, you know what? Even if it is fixed, so what? Fuck it. At least it's right by us. You know what I'm saying? And at the same time, this is sports, bro. All of it is a business. Everybody say everything is fixed anyway. So if you were wasting your mind talking about that, it is what it is. But I felt that this Luka trade to LA was fixed. And, they fixed it by giving us the number 1 pick. And you bring Cooper Flagg in, and I think a lot of people just say Cooper Flagg, he's not going to cost as much money. So now you're holding on money. You move a Gafford, possibly. Just saying, possibly you move a Gafford, Klay Thompson. You move that. The problem with moving Max Christie, you can't move Max Christie or Anthony Davis because that's what you traded Luka Doncic for. So really, you kind of got to be stuck with them two. But Klay Thompson and Daniel Gafford, I can see being moved. Facts. I can see being moved. Might have to throw Hardy into it. Never know. So, but I think it is a starter process healing. I think you'll start seeing Mavs fans come around. Now, you'll still have the ones that still be upset, and it is what it is because they don't fuck with Nico or Patrick Demond and them. They feel like they don't deserve this. Not like the Maverick fans deserve it. They don't deserve it. And I totally agree with that. You know what I'm saying? But, I've always told you it's the players out there that's putting it out there on the line. So I'm going to really spend my energy toward them doing them that way. You spend your energy doing whatever suits you best, but that's just where my energy going to be in having the number 1 overall pick because this team was still going to be good enough. You just had to hold on until Kyrie got back. Now you get Cooper Flagg to come in, make a couple of moves. They had already said the point guard is really their primary look. I think they like Brandon Williams real nice. I think you could see Daniel Gafford, Klay Thompson, and Jaden Hardy be introduced in something to get maybe another point guard until Kyrie can come back. So that's my bold take on that issue right there. Now we'll end the night with some Texas Ranger baseball as they are up 8-3 in the bottom of the 8th. This is a series that was definitely well needed for the Texas Rangers. I told you, if they did not sweep this series, they were in fucking trouble. And it started off Monday. It started off like they were going to be that same type of Ranger team they came out to be, to only win 2-1. I mean, you came against a pitcher that had no wins and was giving up a 7+ ERA. And you mean to tell me y'all got like 3-4 hits off of him? You didn't start hitting on him until after the 5th inning. Bruh, that was trouble. And if it wasn't for Wyatt Langford's, his courageous home run, 2-run homer, then y'all probably lose that game 2-1. But you get great starting pitching as well. You get great starting pitching to go out on that turn Monday. Who was out there Monday? Tyler Malley? I think Tyler Malley was out there Monday. And like I said, he gave you what, 5 innings, 5-6 innings? Only gave up 1 run, so you'll take that to the bank. Yesterday, if you haven't checked out the vlog already, your boy did go to the Rangers game too, Rockies and Rangers game, as it was a jungle cat night, as Josh Young literally beat the Rockies by himself, putting up 4 runs. He had 3 hits, 2 home runs, one of them being a 3-run homer. It was early in the first. Rangers bats got to working early, just like they have today. They basically followed the same recipe, but they got started early in the first inning. They worked on the pitcher. They worked on him early. Josh Young capitalized with runners in scoring position. Now, the bats went quiet a little bit longer after that, but then Josh Young comes back. I think it was about the 7th or 8th inning. He comes back with another solo shot, hits a home run. Rangers win that 4-1. Jack Leiter basically had his best probably outing of his Ranger career. In the first inning, it looked a little shady. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't having too much command. He was letting a lot of pitches get away from him. Also, at the same time, Colorado actually hit 2 hellacious singles that just Marcus Semien was just about this much away. I mean, both of them were like over his head about this much, and that really caused it. But not only those hits happened, we weren't able to throw out a runner stealing, and I think that's what really got his only run added up there. But I mean, the man was still, I think he only gave up 2 hits. That was all those were all the hits they wrote. Out of that, I think he gave you about 5-6 Ks, gave you 6 innings. He did his thing. It just sucked to see that Chris Martin, 1 pitch and he's out of there. You know what I'm saying? Hated to see that. But now you look at the Rangers trying to rebound today. They follow suit again with another hellacious first inning. Wyatt Langford ended up getting him a home run up in here. Adolis Garcia he's 2 for 3. He got him a 2-run homer up in here. Rangers have been working the pitching today. They are getting back to being patient. But what can you take away from this right now? Knowing that it's the Colorado Rockies, knowing that they done fired their manager. They're in a whole bunch of flux. They're the worst team in the MLB. And that's why I said the Rangers were supposed to sweep. Not only was they supposed to sweep, every pitcher that they rolled out today had an ERA no less than a 5.5 something. You know what I'm saying? 5.5 something. So I'm like, line up. If y'all can't do nothing, then this will tell me what y'all going to be this season. If y'all don't remember, last year when the Rangers were trying to repeat, they went on the road to the Colorado Rockies and they were just as bad. And what happened? They got swept. Okay. So they started off this game Monday, and I'm like, bro, y'all only got like 3-4 hits. Y'all struggled to get it. Y'all struggled to get them. But you won 2-1. That's all that matters. Last night, I believe they had double digits hit. Damn near close. No, I think they had 8 hits last night. But I think they walked a few times. You know what I'm saying? So that worked on them. And like I said, Jack Leiter, when he's down here at Globe Life Field, he's a monster. I don't know about too much on the road, but in the Globe Life, he is stellar. And like I said, you're getting innings. If you're telling me Jack Leiter right now is going to, continue where he's going right now. I mean, Patrick Corbin today, you see what he gave you. Let me look at Patrick Corbin's stat line today. Like I said, man, y'all like, subscribe, man. Hit that notification chime. We go up on DFW Sports. Let me see what we got. Patrick Corbin gave you 6 innings. 6 innings, 4 hits. Now, he did give up 3 earned runs, but, it probably would have been less innings for him had you not got the run support. But You got run support. This is probably the first time the start. I think this is the first time since Jack Leiter got blew up. Somebody got blew up. It's been the first time in a while since the starting pitcher has actually gave up over 2 runs. I mean, he gave up 4 hits, 3 runs, but damn, bro, he only walked 1 batter, but he punched out 9 batters, bro. He just gave up 2 home runs. That's what hurt him today. Giving up 2. So 4 of his hits went for 2 home runs. But I mean, Patrick Corbin is a guy who we didn't really have that much expectation, but just to come in and eat up innings. And what did he do today? He ate up innings. So if you're going to tell me as of right now, the Texas Rangers starting pitching right now, Jacob deGrom, okay, let's start. Nathan Eovaldi, he's going to give you at least 5-6 innings. Damn near, he's basically averaging, going to give you about 6 innings. 6 innings, a 1.55 ERA. Okay. You got Tyler Mahle out there. Tyler Mahle can give you about 5 innings. And also, he's probably going to give up an ERA of 1.8 something? You know what I'm saying? Maybe 2. Jack Leiter, he's about the only one that's, is hit or miss going up and down. But last night, he gave you six innings, only 1 earned run. And you already know Jacob deGrom, when he's on, he can give you 6 innings. A 2 ERA or less, bro, that's a hellacious starting lineup or starting rotation that the Rangers pitching staff really got. And they're going to have to lean on them even much more. They got to just stay healthy because now pieces of their bullpen is starting to get chipped up. But the Rangers did make a lot of bullpen moves and type of stuff like that. They're just going to have to bring some guys up. But it's good to see that this lineup needed this series. And it's going to be all telltale come Thursday when the Lone Star when the boot series kicks off. So taking y'all to the end of the Rangers game. Like I said, we talked about the Cowboys schedule. I said, bro, at best, the Cowboys probably going to be 9 wins. At best. But I see 7-8 wins, bro. To be honest, 7-8 win season. It'll be another one of them dreadful seasons. I think them last 7 weeks, bro, is just going to be hell for a Cowboy fan. Be honest with you. Strike him out then. Come here. Boschley's still in here. Boschley, all right. Top of the 9th. Rangers up 8-3. Come on. All right. On top of the count. Come on. Defense be ready. This will be a perfect time for the Rangers to try to catch some type of high streak. It's just going to be hard because you don't have no Corey Seager here for a minute. But Josh Young being in the lineup, Evan Carter being in the lineup, you're starting to see some things happen. This was my prediction for the Rangers coming into the season. It was more, fandom, come here. Dugout says, come here. 1 gone, 2 more to go for Boschley. Phantom swinging and missing, too. What's the other scores we got right now? The Dodgers are on the A's right now, which we need that. They're up 2-0. Fucking Houston came back and beat Kansas City 4-3. So, like I said, this series with Houston is going to be everything right now. I'm pretty sure if you got any time, go over on X, you're going to see a lot of shit talking, man. I'm trying to debate on how I'm going to do this, man, because if the way I think it's going to play out, the Stars are going to end up coming down here to seal off to advance to the Western Conference Final. That's a strike. Come on, that's a strike, bro. I think they will finish them off in 6 down here, and I think that's going to be a Saturday game. And I'm like, I already got tickets to the Sunday game against the Astros, but I kind of want to get to another game of that. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't trying to spend no – oh, got him. Swing him. Come on. For the Stars, I like getting the good seats, but you know what? I'll probably just try to get the cheapest ticket I can there. But Friday, we might try to have to be in the mix. It might have to be a busy weekend for us. We'll see. Damn it. Another one of those single shots that I was talking about that would just over our head this much. Colorado gets one. One out, one on base for Colorado as it is the top of the ninth, 8-3. Boschley is right now still pitching. You'll probably see another pitcher come in. He's over 40 pitches, being a long reliever. So you'll probably see some things like that. So Houston is 22-20. We're sitting at 22-21. We need this win, and it'll basically keep us dead even with the Stros. If the A's have just tied it up against the Dodgers, so that's I need the Dodgers to win that. They bull Kerner. Come on, Boschley. Come on, Boschley. Defense be ready. Defense be ready. Defense be ready. Come on, Boschley. Y'all could probably see the game. Yeah, you could probably see the game off the plaque, the championship placard back there. You know what I'm talking about? Trying to get some more content for y'all, man. Like I said, Mother's Day weekend did us a lot of, things like that. Baby girl growing up. And another single giving up. 2 on base for Colorado as it's still 1 out in the top of the ninth. Are we going to make a pitching change or no, Bochy? Yeah, they're calling the bullpen now. Bro, he done thrown about 50 pitches. You need to go ahead and let him relax. Good solid contact from Colorado. Kyle Higashioka going out to the mound to talk to him real quick. Boschley had 49 pitches. Bruce Bochy is over there. He's not happy about the situation. He doesn't want to have to spend another arm right now. That was basically Bochy. He's damn it. You know what I'm saying? And basically he's going out and he's making the pitching change. He didn't want to do it. He really didn't want to do it. He didn't want to have to use another arm, but it is what it is. Robert Garcia looks like he's the one warming up as they go to commercial break. Top of the ninth, Rangers up 8-3, 2 on base, 1 out for Colorado as they're trying to keep their winning chances alive. Looking at the MLB standings. Let's see. What's the standings? Yeah. The AL West is still tight, though. Even though you're in tie for third and probably sitting at fourth, you're still under two games of the AL West lead. So, like I said, I think Seattle lost today. If you can get a loss from the A's today, that'll help. Now you didn't get a loss from the Astros, but you win that game and y'all gonna still be sitting there tied at third this weekend, Thursday through Sunday. This means everything. So we're gonna try to see if we're gonna have one of them weekends. I just, he says sometimes you can't always get the best seat, but for playoff atmosphere, we're probably just gonna have to get the cheapest seat. I'm gonna have to look at them. Them cheapest seats still be expensive, but we're gonna look at them. We're going to try to do something. So we're trying to have a fun weekend this weekend for real. We'll see how it goes with the wifey and everything like that. But got to do it. Got to do it. I kind of want to save up because I already know they're going to go back to the Western Conference Finals. So that's kind of where I'm like, you know what? I can be cool with them going to the Western Conference Finals. And then I'll really get a chance to go back in there. You know what I'm saying? So I'm kind of looking at it that way because, bro, you know anything about being the Texas Rangers and the Houston Astros, we do not like each other. And the Wings play Friday. So DeGrom is pitching tomorrow. Nathan Eovaldi is pitching Friday. Robert Garcia, he comes in. We need 2 outs. That's one. Oh, you drop it. But it's still a force out. It's still a force out. Josh Young had it caught. Josh Smith had it caught. Oh, they gave him the out. Okay, never mind. They say he caught it, but when he tried to throw it, Josh Smith tried to cheat. Josh Smith tried to cheat, yo. He caught it, took it to the ground, and threw it to the ground like he dropped it so he could get the double play. Nah, they said, nah, nigga, you caught it. He tried to cheat. Come on, Josh Smith. You've been having too much fun out there. I guess that's probably where the Rangers are livening up, but, the Colorado Rockies can do that for you. Colorado Rockies can do that for you. Come on, let's close it out. One more out. That's a strike. Let's go. He clear as day caught it and threw it to the ground like he tried to play it off so smooth like he dropped it. Nah, bro. The ump wasn't going for that. Strike 2. Let's go. One more. Bro, Josh Smith funny as fuck. Foul ball. Come on. So I'm trying to figure out what we gonna do this weekend. You know what I'm saying? What we gonna do? To see Nathan Eovaldi pitch, I would love to see that. Sunday, I'm already going to the game, and I get Jack Leiter again. Game time. Robert Garcia strikes him out. Rangers win 8-3 as they complete the sweep of the Colorado Rockies, and this is something that they needed to do. I don't care what you say. This was well needed. I don't care if it was against the Colorado Rockies. This was something that they needed to do. Just tweeting. Y'all know y'all can follow me at Drewski Selfmade. And the Rangers have won 5 straight. I think this season they done. Bruce Bochy got 2,194 career victories. Ties, what is it, Sparky Anderson? For 6th all time. Rangers get 11 hits, 8 runs. They left 9 on base as they get their 5th straight victory. I told you, this was a series that was well fucking needed. The Colorado Rockies came at the right time for the Texas Rangers. I couldn't spell it any other way. Now, that Monday game, it had me feeling a little bit some type of way. But outside of that, Wyatt Langford, he was 1 for 4, but his one hit carried two RBIs up in there. No, I think he had a sacrifice, actually. That got him his other RBI. But he hit a home run. I think that was the RBI. He hit a 2-run home run. So you put him up in there, he gave you a home run. Adolis Garcia gave you a home run today. So that is what you get. The Rangers, out of 34 bats, they went to the plate 34 times. They got 11 hits. And against a pitching staff that you were supposed to be doing something like this too. So you get 11 hits, you get 2 home runs. They struck out 7 times, then they only walked twice. I like to see y'all actually, get some more walks in there. More walks to the strikeouts. But to only strike out 5 times, that's not bad. Out of 34 at bats, y'all struck out 5 times. The Ranger lineup did work. They did work. Now, can that carry over to Thursday's game against the Astros. And like I said, this is a weekend that both cities are looking forward to big time. My 3-game take over the Rangers and the Rockies this series was this was a perfect recipe for the Rangers to continue to build confidence, because I think the series win over Detroit was something where they like, okay, man, we can get it done. The lineup just has to come with it, but they see that they can get it done. The lineup has to always come along and just play its part. They have to play its part. But you know, you take 2 or 3 from Detroit, one of the hottest teams in the MLB. Then you get the worst team in the MLB. So you build confidence against a good team on the road, a good winning team on the road, and then you build more confidence by tuning and finding some, refining some things against the worst team in the MLB, and you handle business. You go for the sweep. You and the Astros are still sitting in the same seat, and it all goes down from Thursday through Sunday, where the Rangers and Astros battle for that silver boot. And I see my guy up in here. We've been waiting for you. What's up, Mr. Cowboy? It's about time that weekend. But go ahead and give me what you think of, the schedule released for the Cowboys, man. Tell me what you feel. Tell me what you thinking of. Me personally, I got the Cowboys at best 9 wins, at best 9-8. But to be honest with you, it's 7-10, 8-9 for me. You going with 12-5 again? Again, bro? Again, you love 12-5 Cowboys, don't you? I'm going to call you Mr. 12-5 Cowboy. But I ain't going to lie, them 3 years they were going 12-5 and they was going undefeated at AT&T Stadium. Oh, I miss it, bro. You want to talk about highlights of your boy life. I got to go back and watch those, YouTubes I done dropped over that stuff. But you got 12-5? Wow. You confident. Wow. Now, I will say this. I had 9 wins at best, but if they stick to my formula that I think they can do, I can see 10 wins. And like you said, can you go 500 against the AFC West? Can you go 500 against the NFC North? And can you at least beat the Jets and Panthers and get 4 wins in the NFC East? That'll get you 10 wins. He said, I believe we're better than most things. I think the Cowboys are good. My only problem with the Cowboys, you're going to be facing a lot of good quarterbacks. And the problem with the Cowboys, I feel, is the linebacker core. It's the linebacker room, bro. And it's not the talent. It is the health. The health of the linebacking core has been the detriment of this Cowboys defense for a long time. Under different coaches, different regimes, different coordinators, the health of the linebackers have been the detriment of the Cowboys defense for a long time. And you got Jordan Love. Hold on. You gotta throw Jalen Hurts in there, because now he's a Super Bowl winning champ. You got him twice. You got Jaden Daniels twice. You got Patrick Mahomes, Jordan Love, Jared Goff, Kyler Murray, who loves playing against the Cowboys. Who's the Cowboy? Justin Herbert. I don't know who's quarterback for Minnesota. Is it Sam Darnold or somebody like that? Whoever you got over there. But then you got Bo Nix. You got some good quarterbacks on here. This is the type of schedule where your linebacking core has to be good. To see Jalen Hurts, Jaden Daniels 4 times in a year, that's a lot of scrambling quarterbacks right there. You throw in Kyler Murray, that's 5 of them. That's 5 that can move with their feet. You're going to need good, healthy linebacker core. I think that's the only thing that's setting back the Cowboys right now. It's just the health of the linebacker core. And can George Pickens actually be that type of weapon? Like I said earlier, can he be that type of weapon that it's actually going to help open up more of the offense, and it's more of the run game than anything. Can him being the weapon that he's being, can be open up the run game, and maybe you might get those double-digit wins. But like I said, the only way they get double digits is if they go 500 against the NFC North, 500 against the AFC West, and they win 4 games in the division in the NFC East and basically at least beat the Jets and the Panthers. That's 10 wins right there. But really, I see 9 at best. He said, did Pickens ask for a trade? What you mean? Trade from Pittsburgh? I don't think he asked for a trade. He forced his way to a trade. Shoot. It just wasn't working out for him over there, and he just became a headache, and they got rid of him. But don't tell me he didn't already ask for a trade. He already tripped. This is a guy who is basically in a contract year. He's looking to get another contract. Bruh, if he's already starting that, bro. I didn't hear this pop up. I have not heard that he wanted to trade, but I heard that he's not wanting to sign an extension with the Cowboys or something like that. He wants to play it out to try to maximize his chance in the offseason, to get his chance for the highest bidder. Instead of extending the contract that the Cowboys would be like, well, we think you're no. He's wanting to test it out in the free agent. That's about the most that I got. I haven't heard anything about him asking for no trade, but it's not to say that he, you know what I'm saying, it's not to say if he's gonna stick around neither. So, but the Cowboys put themselves in a position where even if he doesn't stay, they get compensated with the pick, that they traded from anyway. So it kind of works out to his advantage that way. So, Jerry trying to do some finessing in this thing. It's about time he do something. But can George Pickens just add that dimension where defense has got to pay attention? Can they do it? But Mr. Cowboy, you got 12-5. You done had these dudes 12-5 for the last 4 years. And like I said, for me, it's just going to be on the linebacker play. You play a lot of scrambling running back, quarterbacks. Your linebacker core need to be healthy. And then you still got Diggs coming off an injury. They're just really kind of banged up right there. You got Sam Williams, who, what is he going to be coming off an injury? Nealon was nicked up every now and then. It's just a lot of health issues that's going on with the defense that's giving me more concern about this season more than anything. Offensively, there's no question Dak in this offense is going to have to lead it. I don't care if it's running the football, throwing the football, it don't matter. The offense is going to have to be out there and take control of the game. He said he'll go 13-4. Yeet, my brother. Yeet. I will say this, since this is something that me and my brothers, we had text about. I will say this. The Cowboys, their only really true cold games, it starts in October, the October 26th game against the Denver Broncos. But you go on the road a mile high before November. That works. And then after that, it's really dome stadiums. And then the last 2 games of the season in December and basically going into January, you go to the Giants and then you go to Washington. Those are basically your 2 cold outdoor games. You get Chicago in September. You go to the Jets in September or early October. One of the 2. Yeah, you told me you going to the Vegas game, bro. Ooh, that's a lot of coin. That's a lot of coin, man. I want to take this on the road so bad, but I think the difference with me is it ain't just the Cowboys for me. You see me doing them, Mavericks, Rangers, Stars, and stuff like that. So it's like, if you're gonna try to hit them up, then you're gonna have to kind of stay in the same vicinity. But I'm still looking for. I think my main bucket list is to go to Globe Life Field, Globe Life South, or Minute Maid Park for a Rangers Astros game. I've been to the Toyota Center for the Rockies and Mavericks, and probably need to do a San Antonio one now that he got a little daughter. Take her to SeaWorld out there. Yeah. Put some things out there in the work for sure. For sure. It's called Affirm Pay As You Go. So that's how you be doing it. You need to see me. Hold on. Let me write it down. Let me write. Hold on. Because you know I'm a game connoisseur. You know what I'm saying? Your boy love going to these games. I'm talking about. Let's see if we can get the damn phone over. Let me make a note of this real quick, my boy. My boy. You always come through with the fire. He said, download. I'm about to pull it up. That's what we doing. That's why you was telling me, bro, don't get no season tickets, bro. Just pay as you go. Bet. Appreciate you looking out for me, Mr. Cowboy, right there, man. It has been done. So what's up this weekend? What's up with you this weekend? I remember you kept talking about Rangers-Astros down here. What's the deal? I'm trying to think how I'm gonna play this weekend out too, because if it plays out like I think, if Winnipeg beats Dallas tomorrow night, Game 6 will be down here Saturday. So I'm thinking about I want to go to the Saturday's game, but I'm like, you know what? I might have to pass on that to try to see if I can go to the Stars game. I'm already going to the Sunday game against the Rangers and Astros, but Friday game would be nice. It'd be nice. He get Nathan Eovaldi out there. Although Jacob deGrom pitched tomorrow anyway, so maybe he could sneak into tomorrow's game. I don't know. Might have to see something. Let me know what's the deal. Let me know what is the deal, and we can link up or do whatever. You know what I'm saying? I know you was talking about it, but if not, I see. He said it, Affirm Pay As You Go, so I'm about getting ready to check them out for real. For real. But Mr. Cowboy said 12-5, 13-4. You'll be lucky to get double-digit wins this year. You'll be lucky. And like I said, at best, I think Cowboys 9 win. That's just as of right now. But at best, they'll be lucky to get 9 wins, 7-8 wins. I'd say 8-9. Just to, put it out there. I'd say 8-9. He said use Affirm to go to the hockey game. Bet. I'm basically already on that. I'm basically gonna do that. See what it can look like, what it can do, because I really want to have a fun weekend. I want to have one of those weekends. I ain't gonna be able to hit up all the series between the Astros and Rangers. That'd be madness. Don't want to do Thursday's game just because I want to be present to probably do Rangers and Stars content tomorrow night. So check us out right there. We'll be, game 5 of Jets and Stars, and then game 1 of the Rangers Astros. We'll be basically having both. We'll have multiple devices going on. So we'll probably do that Thursday, and then Friday could be the cap of a hellacious weekend. So we'll see how the monetary funds fall out and do some things that way. So, man, you called me toward the tail end of the live, Mr. Cowboy, but I look forward to going live tomorrow as well. Like I said, we'll go live for the Rangers Astros game 1 and game 5 of the Stars and Jets. So, like I said, my prediction 7-8 wins, most likely 8-9 for the Cowboys as the schedule has came out. Be a lot of primetime games. There's going to be a lot of ways to see how we're going to stream a lot of these games, do a lot of these games, because I broke bread with Jerry for a long time. You know what I'm saying? I've been breaking bread with him, especially these last couple of years. I don't think we're going to be able to do that this year. We might have to take a different approach. Now, please believe me, September 14th, I will be in action because that's like a birthday gift to myself, basically. So I'm going to the first home game for sure. But all them other games like Thanksgiving, I don't know about that. We probably be in Longview. I don't know about all that, man. I don't know about all that. So we'll see. We'll see, man. But yeah, man, that's about as much as I got for y'all today. Like I said, I broke down the Cowboys schedule. Probably break it down a little bit much more as it go that way. Yes, sir. I'll be there. I'll be there. That'll be my birthday gift to myself. So we'll be in there for sure, kicking off the season down here. Thursday night, I'm looking to go to the Star myself. So I'm thinking about taking that Friday off anyway. Go ahead and take Friday off. It'll be my birthday weekend. So go ahead and take Friday off. We'll go to Frisco, try to live stream. Basically, we'll try to live stream the game from the Star. So I'll probably be in a restaurant watching the game. And then soon as, it gets later, we'll probably take it to the field where they might most likely have it on the screen and watch it from there and party from there. So that's probably what we're going to try to do. That's kind of my thought process that I'm going out for. So doing it that way, my bro. Hey, man, make sure you check me out tomorrow, man. We're going to try to go live again about around 8:30, 8:45, in between 8:30, 9 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. Got to wait till the daughter, gets put to sleep and stuff like that. But tomorrow night, it'll be Rangers game 1 against the Astros, game 5, Stars and Jets. So tune in for it tomorrow. Maybe we might talk some more Cowboys and what this schedule means for them, and just maybe even some more Dallas Mavericks talk. And we probably should throw in the Dallas Wings as they get ready to open their season on Friday. So a lot of DFW smoke going up in the air, man. I'm here to inhale it and puff pass it to y'all. Man, I hope y'all enjoyed this, little hour segment that your boy was able to spend with y'all. Make sure you hit that like button. Go ahead and subscribe. Hit that notification bell for your boy one time. Follow me on X at Drewski Selfmade. For all the people that's watched this on the playback, go ahead and hit that like button. Drop a comment of what you think about the Cowboys schedule. What do you feel about the new vibes with the Mavericks having the number 1 overall pick? Drop comment about how you feel about the Texas Rangers as, okay, this sweep is what they needed. How do you feel with the Rangers going into the Lone Star Silver Boot series going against his Houston Astros this weekend? And what are your chances that you like that the Stars go ahead and finish this in 5 against the Winnipeg Jets in Winnipeg? So stay tuned tomorrow, man. Like I said, I'm about to create the live right now. I'm about to create several lives as we try to get our weekend started. So stay tuned, hit that notification chime, and y'all see me all the time when it comes to DFW around here, man. As Mr. Cowboy say them 45 boys coming. Y'all won, we won. Bring it on. Let's do it. It ain't nothing but a Texas party, and that's something that we like to have. If you outside of Texas, you might not understand it. Like you say, we really don't mess with each other, but this is the time where we can mess with each other, but mess with each other because we don't mess with each other, if that makes sense. Till then, man, appreciate y'all, man. I'll catch y'all on the back end, man. Do everything with love because love always wins. With that, that's the law. I'm out.
Self-made independent, I'm all about my businesses. I consistently continue to bring energy and know that keep it popping like I'm full of electricity. Try to hold me out, I wish you would have the audacity. Take a reflexive, now I'm shitting on the industry. Self-made not a title cause it's my identity, and wear it on my skin like it's a part of my ethnicity. Mary keep on blowing like instruments in a symphony. They keep a player buzzing like Twitter when you mention me. Being 100's a everyday living tendency, and ain't faced by hating, it makes me increase my intensity.